Sanjiv Bhasin is also joining us on the show. Mr. Bhasin, I wanted to take a leaf out of what the minister said at the Global Business Summit, and especially the power minister, who's, in his own words, power sector is the biggest game in town. That's the space where all the action is, and he is very categorical that he expects the pace of reforms to continue or accelerate, and hence the rewards in the stock markets will continue. He said power sector is the space that will reward you the most. Do you concur with the view?
Yeah, good morning, Anisha. And firstly, take it from the PM. He said in his third term, we will be the third largest economy in the world, which means the market cap will double in the next 5 years. So purely the direction is clear. It is just that we want them to come back. I think the power minister has been exceptionally, his work has played out exceptionally well. Particularly, the recovery from state electricity boards, the strengthening of the mechanism of payments, all this happened after COVID. REC, PFC have had the best asset quality and best what we call NIMs in the industry. I still think there is room on the upside, but you have to take it with a pinch of salt that most of these stocks have already outperformed in a big way. However, like we said, we are in a power surplus situation, which means recoveries are the key over here and distribution transmission losses must be at the least. So I would still go with the Tata Power and an NTPC, and on declines at REC PFC. As a disclosure, these four stocks are in our portfolio also.
Sure. Let's also get in your thoughts then on Hero MotoCorp. How are you reading into the kind of quarterly numbers that the company delivered? I know one of your favorites within this entire auto space is an Ashok Leyland, but what else are you tracking?
Yeah, good morning. So, Avan, we gave this call to you that it will be 5,000. If you remember, there was a downgrade closer to 4,200. And I stuck my neck out that Hero's numbers will be the best ever in the last 18 quarters. And proof of the pudding lies in the eating. Every third motorcycle which is being charged is a Hero. Secondly, their new launches have done extremely well. And with rural incomes picking up, the stock has done extremely well. However, at 5,000, there is not that much room on the upside. So, look for declines, but it continues to be one of the outperformers along with Bajaj. And that is because purely that the last 2 years underperformance because of not pickup in rural incomes. This was a laggard. But I think the numbers have been stellar. We are all awaiting the launch of the Harley. Even I have booked one and I'm waiting for my turn to come. I think that will be the next game changer, maybe over the next 4 quarters.
Game-changing visuals also, Sanjeev. We are waiting to get that clip of you on a bike.
Yeah, good morning, Aisha. I am waiting my turn. How fast it comes, let's hope. I will speak to the management. Maybe they can speed it up. But that's been my childhood college dreams to ride a Harley.
Yeah, absolutely. Aspirational dream, isn't it? A lot of other numbers as well, which are going to be in focus. Look at what Bajaj Hindustan, for instance, has done. It's reported an EBIT profit for all of its segments. Even though prima facie, it seemed like the numbers didn't quite match up with the street estimates. But the company has actually turned profitable versus loss last year. But Sanjeev, in the interim, we've seen a very ranged move from the entire sugar pack as opposed to what, most of them clocked, say, about a year and a half back. You think the meat of the rally in sugar is behind us?
So take the case of Bajaj Hindustan. It was 6.5, 7 rupees a year and a half back. That is when we really said that a BIFR case cannot be the type, which will not revive. Now, Aisha, it's up 7 times in that space. So don't, expect stock market returns to come. But the back-ended results have been very positive. I think the crushing season behind, you've seen a hike in SAP prices. All good news maybe in the price in sugar. And I think that now commodities may be, particularly soft commodities, may be headed lower, given the type of news flow from the government on non-exports and so on. So status quo on sugar, Balrampur Chini continues to be our favorite pick over there. As a disclosure, Bajaj Hindustan was in our portfolio about 1.5, but I think tripling 4 times made us also greedy and stay the course, but be with the large caps. EID Parry, DCM Shriram, and Balrampur Chini. These are 3 stocks. If you want to buy, you should be in it. But we think there are better sectors which can outperform sugar in the near to medium term.
Your thoughts on ONGC after the rally, which has already played out in the stock?
Well, we continue to be overweight. It's in our portfolio. We think this is the best energy stock to own in India, and it is very, very reasonably priced. The sheer weight of ownership is at the lowest we've seen, and pessimism at its highest, just like in HPVP. So I don't rule out targets of 325, 350 coming, and that may come faster than we thought. This is going to be one energy stock you want to buy on any decline and add in your portfolio. As a disclosure, this is in our portfolio.
Okay, point taken. So that's about the oil marketing companies. But Honasa Consumer also came out with its numbers, and it was a very strong show, at least on the revenue front. There was a sizable jump. And overall, Mr. Bhasin, whether you take the case of PB Fintech or a Zomato, even Nykaa wasn't very ugly, and now Honasa as well. Do you think that time is coming again for all of these new age tech companies per se?
Well, yes, and if you left aside the Paytm fiasco, they all are reporting very, very strong numbers. In fact, Paytm will also come out with strong numbers, but it's surrounded by controversy. So yes, as a disclosure, PB Fintech and Zomato are two of our topics. We also own Paytm, unfortunately, and we are suffering. But I think PB Fintech would be my top pick, given that the management guidance talks of extremely positive growth and they've surpassed all expectations. I think this is one stock which you must add here and on decline. This could be the biggest fintech gainer in 2024.
Okay, that's the take coming in on PB Fintech and, of course, the entire fintech universe. In the meantime, the other star performer of late has got to be LIC. Let's just bring up the last 15-day and 1-week chart on LIC. In fact, JP Morgan has now upgraded the stock from its earlier neutral stance to now overweight. They've upped the price target as well to a 1340. The stock is already closed in on that 1,000 plus figure. They're saying that they've posted strong NBV growth in the third quarter, and that's what's instilled this upgrade coming in. Sanjiv, your thoughts on LIC? Finally, it's begun its move.
Well, it should have done that much before, Aisha. If PSUs as a pack market cap has gone up 5 times, Adani market cap has gone up 3 times, LIC was a no-brainer. Given that, now they are actually, their APE has grown aside from the private insurers. And also, they are now very, very careful about how diligence goes, how transparency comes, because it's a listed stock. I would expect more upside after some consolidation. And definitely, like I said before also, insurance is a must-have in your portfolio. So you must combine some of the private insurers with the PSUs. And I think LIC, New India, SBI Life, HDFC Life, if you did a basket and kept your time horizon slightly longer, then, like you said, even at 22,000, these are very, very good plays with a longer term view.
Okay, Mr. Bhasin, on that note, we let you go, but let's also